Hey guys, Lloydie here. And judging by the screen and the title, you probably already know that I'll be ranking the 28 characters from my show Battle for the Big B. Let me say at first, the way I judge them isn't only about their personality and how well I like them, it's about their development and how well I depicted them before and the nowadays episodes. I'll put the link in the description below if you guys want to play it. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump right in, shall we? Alright, first character. Immunity token. Well, immunity token is kind of a hard call, because as everyone know, he was designed to be an idiot, but with the lack of knowledge and expertise I had before, I just completely made him a goofball. I wouldn't say I did a good job on making this character and developing this character. In fact, I don't think he had any development. I think I will give him a development. Plus, I think the plotting already have a part where immunity token is a part of the development. But before, let's just say we didn't really, well, not we, just I didn't really make him that much important. So, I think I'm gonna put him in. I think I'm gonna put him in dislike. Okay, Shed is only appeared in season 1 for about like 2 episodes and he's gone. If I said that immunity token is a filler character, Shed is more like a floater. He's just floating around like idle in the background, not doing anything, just completely mic and just slacking off. I didn't really do a good job on this character either, because the time I thought, oh, you know what? Someone said I should do another debut, and I was like, okay, sure. Which are the characters? And then I put 3 characters up there, and then after the voting, instantly regretted it. I realized I made a terrible mistake, and I don't know how to get rid of Shed because I didn't plot through these things. I didn't know that these incidents will actually happen and just popped up. So I kind of lost my train of thoughts there. So I don't blame you guys for hating him, because the way he acted and the way he debuted is designed to be hated. Being super naive and lack of knowledge and expertise I had before, I couldn't really think of a position for Shed, so. And I think I might adjust these, but Shed is going in hate. Probably going to be in despise, though. Ball. Well, the co-host. And Ball is actually kind of funny because Ball is completely an accident. Do you guys know that? Do you guys know that Ball is completely an accident? I wouldn't really blame you guys for not knowing this, because even I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know that this cute little chubby guy would just suddenly popped up, suddenly be a part of the show, actually be a co-host, and actually have his own existence in the show. He actually played an important role in the series now that he joined as a co-host. So it's kind of funny how that things turned out like this, but it's turned out the way I like, so I'm just going to put him in, I think I'm gonna put him in love. No, I'm gonna put him in adore. I adore this guy. This guy's cute. Credit card? Well, no discussion here. No discussion. Come on, he's the mastermind behind all of this. He's the reason why this has started. He's the reason why you guys love this show. How can you not put him in legendary? Alright. Rubber ball. Ooh. Rubber ball. Well, RB, aren't we talking about the drama queen here, eh? RB is also designed to be hated, but not in a filler or floater way, but in a more drastic way. I guess you can describe him as drastic demonic sonnets, now that how the way he acted and how the way he actually came up with those plans and how he actually maneuver them, execute them, and played a really, really, really important role of the game. You guys can obviously tell that RB is actually really important. It should have its own existence, and the way that he developed actually make this show and this whole series a little more thriller. So He also went a little bit too overboard and then become a little bit fierce. That's the way I really dislike about myself before, because I always like to make characters too overboard with the lack of knowledge and expertise I had back there. Like, Rubber Boy was just completely a jerk before. He didn't really have his own like humanity or conscience. Just cruel, man. He's just cruel, and that's the way I really dislike about myself, because I know that not all people not are perfect now that I know that, and not all people are all mean. They have their own soft part, and I'm trying to depict, I'm trying to describe, I'm trying to put that in the story, so that way I can make him a little bit better. So you can see now that in the former episodes, not in the later episodes, you can find out that Rubber Ball actually had a little bit of changing nicer development. So now that that's on the board, now that that's off, I would put him in like before, because he actually played an important role in the game. In season 1, I would put him in dislike because I didn't really do much. He just appeared in 2 episodes, 1 episode is just gone, just being annoying. And in season 2, Rubber Ball actually had his own development. I'm gonna put him in love. Kendall the bookworm. Well, Kendall, a lot of people say that they like Kendall because how the way he changed, but I personally don't really find myself really fond of Kendall. It's just his change was too drastic. I don't think you can suddenly hate. I don't think you can hate someone and suddenly just because of one act and then you like them. You can just like, oh, I think I changed my thoughts, but I don't think you can like them that quick. And I made that kind of mistake in episode 1, that Kendall took advice from dictionary about the whatever the hobby thingy is, and I don't really think that this actually make him a little bit likable. In fact, it made me kind of in self-blame again. I put him in development, try to make him a little bit more important, try to make him have its own spotlight, but it just didn't really work out, because no matter and however I try to depict him, and he is just there. He's just with dictionary, just being a duo, and everything. I think everything he does is actually associated with dictionary. So yeah, these two are practically the same, but Kendall is just more like a henchman, like an apprentice. So, and I think I would put him in like. But in the later episodes, also, the voice actor didn't really put the emotion of what I wanted Kendall to have, so I would put him in like, but I didn't really think I found myself liking that Kendall's character at this rate, so I'm gonna put him in okay. Crown. Well, crown. I didn't show you guys the thumbnail though, but spoilers are ahead. Crown is going to have a really massive development in episode 15. Just wait. But just judging by now, episode 14, Crown didn't really have that much development. She definitely was a little bit more likable comparing to season 1 Rubber Ball. All those cruel thoughts and lack of humanity, lack of morals, lack of virtue. Crown actually showed her own perspective and her own values. So I think that's the story I wanted Crown to have, and that's the story I wanted to give you guys, because I think Crown is just kind of like a character you would expect in real life, like kind of like a bratty, cliche girl, but somehow have her own train of thoughts and have her own dream, try to pursue them. Crown is a like zone. I like Crown. Alright, dictionary. Dictionary is Dictionary is probably one of the earliest character in season 2 that I came up with, because a bookworm character, a nerdy character, is always enjoyable to have. But did I depict Dictionary well enough? Well, unlike other nerds, he's actually really open-minded. He's actually really optimistic, and would enjoy making friends, not like just stick to his own book. So I'm really glad that I made this kind of change to dictionary. But judging from all the thing that he had now, and something that's going to be happening in the future, I don't think he deserves that much of the credit, but he is definitely an enjoyable character. He is definitely likable to watch. I'm gonna put him in like as well. Alright, the getting cut-faced ice cream. Well, I'm sorry that I didn't really make a good job on on actually calculating all the image and all the formats. I'm sorry that I didn't really calculate the format for Jungle Knife and ice cream, so that, and as a result, their face got cut off, which is not likable. Anyway, ice cream, judging by all the characters, probably just 4 that only appear in season 1 and not season 2. Ice cream is actually one of the most developed character in season 1, I have to say. I think I have to say that Ice Cream is definitely one of the most developed character in season 1, and I actually depicted the way that I wanted her to be, just a carefree girl. Not that she doesn't worry or care about anything, it's just she's kind of carefree, but she's also competitive. She's also take challenge seriously, but can also find some joy and find some time to slack off, just being all those adorable. Being all adorable that she already is. I actually took my pride on Ice Cream for designing this character. I didn't know that I was able to do this good job on develop a character like this. So I'm gonna put her in epic. I'm actually gonna put her in epic. Ice Cream is actually one of the most developed character in season 1, and she definitely deserves more credit. And now that I think about it, I probably should have put her in season 2, but that's all. That's all just matter. That didn't really all matter now because now that season 2 is made, and I think if there's a season 3, you guys already know that I already made a season 3 intro, but I'm not sure if it's going to come out. But she's going to be in season 3, and she's going to have more development in it, and she's going to show her cuteness way more in season 3. Just to you guys watch. Jungle Knife, well, I don't really know a lot about Jungle Knife, to be honest. I didn't really remember how I render him. I'm not quite sure if I rendered him accurately enough, but judging by the judging precisely on different aspects, kind of a nice jerk, if you ask me. Can those two words actually work out with each other? I'm not quite sure, but Jungle Knife is, how do I put this? Oh, jeez, I really couldn't really remember what I did to Jungle Knife, but Jungle Knife he actually remained a long time, and I think well, let's just say this, that Jungle Knife didn't really amaze me that much, didn't really put me in phased. I'm not completely unfazed about his appearance and how the way he acted, the way he developed through the show, through the episodes, but he definitely brought some surprise. And just because of that, you deserve the same spot as RB. Hey, 2 jerks in love zone. Aren't you guys are just proud of that, huh? This is definitely a coincidence. I didn't really plan this, so I didn't plot it. I didn't plot against you guys, so don't be mad. Don't kill me, please. Mars. Oh, Mars. Mars is a lot of audience. Actually, is a lot of viewers boys. A lot of people say, well, not a lot. Some people say that how they like Mars is well, how they actually like Mars goofiness and how what kind of goofball that he is. He is actually different from Immunity Token because I was actually trying to depict the humanity and the way that he needed to be in the season 2. Judging by, well, starting from episode 1, his slow reaction, and now that slowly fade away, knowing that he is just actually kind of, well, overly optimistic and enjoys everything. Now it's kind of like a goofball, and we all know, not really on the picture there, but we can sort of observe some of his hobbies, like watching memes, eating food, like having fun with his little friends. I think I did not too bad of a job on Mars. I'm gonna put him in like. He is quite adorable. Okay, Milk. Milk, well, Milk is one of the character that I didn't really find myself really fond of either. I didn't really make him all that well. I didn't make him the way that I think he needs to be. In fact, I don't think I know or how I'm going to make him. I don't even think that I know what he's supposed to be or how am I going to make him the way he's supposed to be. In the season 1, I'm not quite sure what I did to him in season 1. A lot of people just saying that he's nice, he's a really down to earth and smart character, but isn't that about every character I made in this show have the same personality as well? You can check out the Battle for the Big B short, BFTBB short, 9 Ball Island. I actually had a little Easter egg in there saying that Milk is dull because I can't really find a position for Milk. So Milk, I'm sorry, you're gonna settle in hate. Oh, comment down below what you guys think of Milk and what placement he should be. Because I couldn't really find myself really fond of this character because I just didn't really render him that accurately enough. I'm kind of sorry about it. Nail. Okay, Nail. Some people say that Nail is was probably the most developed character in season 1. Though I think it's Ice Cream, but a lot of people say no. But it's, well, in my train of thought, I think that you guys said that just because how she suddenly turned nice. And it's completely irrational for a person to just change nice all of a sudden. You need some time to actually think it through. You actually need some time to meditate. Like, if you're suffering from some melancholy issue, if you're suffering from some melancholy situation or issue there, you cannot just like, okay, I'm going to be happy all of a sudden. You actually have to meditate through, actually have to overcome it. And you have to solve through all the predicament and the dilemma in your mind. So that way you can go out there and be happy again. This is exactly what this should be, but she just apologized straight after right after she got eliminated. Just completely irrational, and I don't really like irrational thing. Pretty sure nobody does. I think I'm gonna settle Nail for dislike. Oh wow, Neptune. The used to be silent type. I'm not quite sure how am I supposed to put Neptune in this, but I was kind of sad knowing that in season 1 she just completely went out of the void and then in the void all again, just in 5 minutes in the last episode. Out of the void and then in the void again. That was kind of a disappointment if you ask me, but in season 2 I think I didn't really do a too bad of a job on making this character. But I couldn't really settle the fact that I really like the way she is now. But because in episode 10, all those kind of thoughts and all those kind of thing, all those cliche plot that I plotted there, just make me suffer from cringe. She just straight up apologizes. Well, just like Nail. But she gets a little more credit because she is in season 2 and Nail isn't. So I'm gonna put Neptune in neutral. And also, episode 15, Neptune will also have massive development. Just stay tuned, okay? Stay tuned. Ooh, 3DS. I still don't get it why so many people like 3DS. Maybe it's because how much screen time he has. Maybe it's because I kind of made him kind of... Well, I said too kind of in that sentence. That was dull. That was Lance. Well, 3DS is... I think I sort of make him a little too omnipotent. Oh man, I always suck at depicting character because I made their personality went too overboard. I made them went too overboard, completely cross the line. You know what? You know what Lightbulb said? When you cross the line, it's just stop being a line anymore, just a cross with a crossing guard and all the other cool stuff. This is exactly what 3DS is. You just cross the line. He's just too powerful. I'm trying to reduce like some of the power and some of the right that he has. Well, I'm afraid that I didn't really do. Also, I didn't really do a good job on making this character. I made him a little bit too, well, a little too like the protagonist. And after the elimination, and how you guys really like this character, I cannot say that this character is a failure as well. But I don't really think I really made him that likable to myself. I'm gonna put 30 as an okay. 30 is okay in my opinion. I just can't really find myself put him in like at this rate. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll just literally just change my mind. I was like, okay, you know what? Screw the hater. I'm going to put 3DS in legendary. Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen, but you know. Ooh, oil drop. Oil drop with the sunglasses. It's so funny and so hilarious. It's so unexpected as well. But oil drop. Yeah, I think I depict the way I wanted him to be. So, well, oil drop is probably going to be. Yeah, oil drop is in love zone. I actually love the way how I create this guy, and actually love the way how I managed to made him bring the joy to you guys, because you guys seem to like this character as well. And I think well, how do I put this? I think I got the most comments in the episode when he got eliminated. And a lot of, well, quote-unquote hate comments that you guys commented saying, no, oil drop, come back. I think I got a lot of hate comments because of that. You guys really like this character, I have to say. And I think I depict the way that I wanted him to be, so that's the way he is. And red juice. Ooh, this is a tough one. Red juice, I don't know about this guy. I don't know where should I put him. Okay, now here's something that actually confused me. I was baffled by the situation because I didn't really made his development clear enough. So I'm not quite sure where should I put him. Should I put him in the character that had the massive development, or the character that didn't have any development at all? It's kind of a predicament and kind of a plight that I'm actually having here. But judging by Red Juice's performances before, he deserved the like. I think he deserved the like. He put a lot of drama in this show, and I think that he's also one of the main reasons why this show has gone a lot more interesting. Tablet. Okay, now it's Tablet's turn. I'm just gonna put him in the door. Okay, I put him in the door, and I'm going to explain to you why. I totally did not plan. I totally didn't plan for this. I totally did not actually plot through this. I didn't plot against this. So, but I'm going to explain to you guys why I adore Tablet. Tablet is the, well, ideal person that I want to be in the future. He's not a Mary Sue. He's not too ideal, but he is the person that you would want to meet. You would want to actually find yourself encounter to. Tablet is just like that kind of a person. The person who brings joy. The person who tried his best to solve predicament, but somehow can, well, you know, tragically fail. It's just really cute, really goofy, and really likable. Tablet is in the door zone. Tin Can, well, now here's the thing, because I don't know where do I put this. I just want to jump into the conclusion is I didn't really do a good job on describing Tin Can's personality as well. Having too many characters in the show, and when you're also working alone, there's one flaw is some characters might be a little too dull. You see total drama. Some characters are also too dull too, and they're working as a team. Well, aside from him and Vase, I'm not quite sure if there's anything I can say more about him. Tin Can really deserves that much of a like. And I'm not quite sure if Tin Can actually contributes to the show's development and the show's, well, the show's future episodes. So I think I'm gonna put him in, well, not hate, I'm gonna put him in dislike. TNT. Well, isn't this a good call? Well, TNT used to be probably the worst character in Season 1. But now that in Season 2, he has become a little more intelligent, and he's actually kind of fun to watch now that you think about it, don't you think? Every time you see TNT Lemon appears, you're like, oh wow, the brainstorming duo just come right from the screen. And that's exactly how I feel when I put TNT in the show in Season 2. When I try to make a scene of him, I was like, oh god, what am I going to write again? But yeah, TNT actually brings a lot to this show, brings a lot of joy. It deserves the love. I would put him in the door, but the latest voice acting that I couldn't really understand just kind of reduced the way I wanted him to actually sound like, or just kind of reduced the ideal plot I have in my mind. So it just kind of reduced some of the guts he has. Vase. Now Vase is also a little bit too dull, if you ask me. Along with Tin Can, I didn't really put that much development in Vase as well. I feel very sorry. I think Vase is going to go along with Tin Can in the dislike zone. And Voting Booth. I actually like Voting Booth a lot, if you ask me. I actually had fun making this. I actually had fun putting her in Season 2 and making all the scenes in Season 2. I actually enjoy that, because, you know, Voting Booth actually, some people say that Voting Booth's bland, Voting Booth's dull, and Voting Booth is literally doing nothing, idling in the background. Well, to me, I think Voting Booth is worth a lot more than that, and just because of that, she's going to be in the love zone as well. Voting Booth, come on, you guys can't deny Voting Booth actually helped boost this show. Because of her, a lot of suspense, you know, the suspense that's killing you guys, and the thriller that's also killing you guys, she is also one of the reasons that bring all those stuff. Wine is still in the game. Some people are still surprised. But, well, wine actually does contribute to the show quite much. But is it that much? I don't know. But wine can be really fun to watch. Well, lack of vocabulary here, I suppose, because I'm not quite sure what can I describe wine at its rate. Come on, I cannot even explain it in my mother language, so I don't think I can be able to explain the train of thoughts I have in my mind now in English. But wines, well, well, but I think wine is actually really enjoyable and also help boost this show. Wine is a living disco ball. Deserves a love zone. Cross, then again, Cross, I'm not quite sure of, do I really like the way that Cross is? Do I really like the way that Cross developed? Because there's one problem I have in my there's one problem I had before is stereotypes. Can you see that I made some sweet, overly sweet character having too much of their issue and having too much drama in their mind, and ended up having some other people helping and solving them, and they feel all better again, and this continues. This never stops, perpetually, continuously. Just I really don't know about this, but Cross is definitely one of the classic examples to that statement I just made. But I have to say that Cross actually, well, Cross is actually can't really be that hated, you know, because Cross actually showed her flaws. There's something that Cross is suffering from, there is something she's trying to solve, she's trying to overcome with all the adversity, and I think that also helped boost the show, and I still really can't find myself really fond of her. Correct, on the other hand, sucked before. I have to say, I really don't like Cross. I really didn't like Correct in first 3 episodes. But now I'm really glad that I made a development. I'm really glad that I actually made something out of her, some new things I want to change, I want to do. And the first, actually, Correct is the first character that I managed to actually fully develop in season 2, and that's something I'm really proud of. So Correct used to be in hate, but now with all the scenes and all the screen time she just got, well, not really, but with all the love that I actually put it in, I know that sounded weird. I'm going to, well, not love, I'm going to put her in like. She still has one step away from love. Lunchbox, well, you guys already know that I personally, in my opinion, Lunchbox was one of the fatal mistake I made in season 1. You know, like those overly awesome character, the character that deserves too much like, it just gets irritating. You did nothing to this character. She just being the way that what we want her to be, the way that is too much of an ideal character. It's just a Mary Sue, but deserves a lot of love, and people just say they love her for no reason, just because she's nice and sweet and cute and other stuff. It irritates me. It kind of irritates me, I have to say. But Lunchbox showed her flaws also. She didn't really manage to do that well, because the flaws she had just kind of like a cliche now. And I don't think those things are actually that cool or funny to watch. Those things are kind of just like something you have to squeeze into, you know? Something that you just squeeze into, you just put it in just because you thought that you need to do it, you force yourself to do it, but turns out you don't really need to do it. It's kind of unnecessary, but you take it too necessary, and it just ended up being Lunchbox. Ended up being kind of annoying. But with all the drama she put in this show, I still cannot actually deny her credits. She's a neutral. She's a neutral. Okay, next up, Lemon. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. Hang in there. Lemon's epic. Do I really need to explain why? Okay, first up, voice actor Superhatman 15, shout out to that guy. He did a wonderful job on voicing Lemon. He did a wonderful job, an amazing job, flawless. He literally sounded like the way I wanted him to sound. He just sounds like an intellectual. And the way he say all those, and the way that he tried to spread those expertise and knowledge that Lemon had in his mind, and with all the voicing, with the talented voice actor, I have to say this character is really amazing. After adding voice actors, this character is amazing. But I don't put him in epic just because after the voice actor thingy. I put him in epic. I would have put him in epic before. Like before voice actor's project. Because Lemon, you say that Lemon's down to earth, every character has that personality, but Lemon's down to earth and knowledgeable personality is actually one of the most developed. You can't really deny it, because Lemon wasn't really designed to be an intellect, but as reality shows go, as it goes on, Lemon really managed to find his way to break through the fence, break through the walls to become an actual intellectual. And that's something you can deny, and that's something you have to be actually astonished about. Well, now that Lemon is done, let's move on to the last character, which is also a debuter. It's Easter Egg. Oh, the spies line is empty. She's in the spies, right? Nah, no, she's not. She's not in the spies. I personally don't really like this character in the first place, but I'm glad that after all the predicament she faced, all the adversity she tried to overcome, I'm glad that she managed to find her way to also break through the defense. But it's not be an intellectual. It's to be a stronger person. Unlike Cross, Easter Egg actually managed to break through her defense. You can tell by the episodes that she is actually growing. And just because of that, she deserves a like zone. So, here's my tier list of Battle for the Big B. No one's in the spies. Ka-ching! What do you guys think of this? Tell me your tier list and tell me your ranking in the comment section below. And this is Lordy. I'm signing out.